7:38 new this morning. After suffering a hunting accident and breaking his neck, one Comstock Park man is hoping his story of recovery will bring awareness to hunting safety. He sat down with our 13 on your side, Aaron Sullivan, to talk about his story of recovery. Aaron is joining us live from the newsroom this morning with his story. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Deja. Bill Pahl broke his neck 3 years ago after falling from his tree stand while hunting. And even during a long, exhausting road to recovery, he never lost hope.
I'm witnessing out there God's nature and God's beauty. To see a sunrise come up and you see the clouds and the different colors, it just amazes me.
Hunting is one of Bill Pahl's favorite pastimes.
I don't think you can find a peace quite so soothing as
A way for Pahl to connect with nature and his competitive side.
and my brothers, and I think we've had a competitive nature. Who gets the biggest buck each year, and that kind of motivates you. But
Growing up, Pahl was active, playing football for Grand Valley State University, and his competitive nature has really never left him. 3 years ago, while on a solo hunting trip in Kansas, Pahl saw the biggest buck he had ever seen on his property.
so I went out that night, and I was purposely and intently after that big buck.
But that celebration quickly changed after Pahl lost his balance on his tree stand.
I had just a second to think. Not even a second. I screamed, God, no, because I knew it was going to happen. I was going to fall straight down, no support, right on my head. And so I did. And I hit the ground so hard, and I heard the loudest crack in the world.
He was alone in the woods. It was pitch black and freezing cold. He was on the ground and yelling out for help. He then remembered he had his cell phone in his pocket, so he called his wife, Patty.
When I got the call from him, I anticipated that he got his big buck and that he was calling to tell me to come with the sled.
And she said, did you get that deer? I said, no, honey, call 911. I says, I fell out of my tree stand backwards.
After rushing Pahl to the hospital, doctors discovered he broke his neck. He had surgery where doctors fused 7 vertebrae with rods. Those doctors feared he may never walk again.
I couldn't even stand up for about a minute. And the big thing after, I think, about 30 days, I was getting worried that I couldn't even stand up. I asked God, Lord, just help me not look at the big picture of walking, but just show me progress week from week from week. And he's never stopped.
And neither has Pahl. When starting physical therapy at Mary Free Bed, his competitive side returned.
First day I met them, I said, look, if you can't kick my butt every day, then I don't want you. If you can't push me 115% every day, I don't want you, then you're not the therapist. Now, one of them laughed and said, you make my day. You're a $1 million patient, because that's what I want to do.
With support from Patty, he's made significant progress in just 3 years.
When I look back from what it was when Bill first had his accident to now, it's like night and day. Mm-hmm. You know, he is able to do so much more for himself. He's able to pitch in around the house and do things. He is even hoping to drive again someday.
I think just what I see that really sticks out to me is the loving care that she gives, and she's nonstop. God, this woman must love me. She really loves me.
He was once bedbound and unable to do any independent tasks without Patty's help. But now,
couple weeks ago, well, actually a week and a half ago, I told my wife, let's go out and set a record. And I walked a whole mile with her. See, the difference between you and I is that when you walk, you don't tell your feet where to go. They just go with you. You turn, they naturally turn. With me, it's different. I have to focus on each foot. I have to tell each foot what to do. When you touch the ground, feel the whole ground with your foot. Watch your balance when you stride. And my brain is going full tilt of focus.
Pahl hopes his story brings awareness to hunting safety and how just one moment can change your life and everyone's around you.
If a hunter ever saw all the work that you put your wife through, you would change your mind on how you descend out of your ladder. You would get some kind of a safety device or a rock climbing device that would lower you one rung at a time. And, that would be, if only one hunter would listen to this message and understand and would go out and buy a device that would lower them slowly down, then it's all worth it.
Now, Bill and Patty say they're so grateful for the endless support from Mary Freebed, not only with Bill's recovery, but also with resources and compassion. Bill also told me his next goal is to be able to walk out of his house, get in his car, and go grab a McDonald's hot coffee. So we're looking forward to seeing when that happens. For now in the newsroom, I'm Erin Sullivan, 13 on your side.